We're gonna turn on the external sidechain. How dope this sounds. Hey, this is Echo Boy and welcome to the channel. Today I'm breaking down the best free EQ compressor and reverb plugins you can find out there. So we are in the session right now. We got a beat. It's from a track called Lose Control, by the way. It's going to be released on Great Stuff pretty soon. And what I have done here is I've grouped the kick and the rhythm parts so I can show you what the Nova can do. So this is the group that includes the kick and the rhythm stuff, which is this. At first glance it looks like a typical parametric EQ, but it's way more than that. It looks very familiar with Pro Q, that's for sure, from FabFilter. And perhaps you could say that it's a dynamic processing EQ for the poor. Alright? The way it works is that you enable the bands that you want to work. Let's say that we want to go here from the frequencies. Right here we say, for example, that I want to work at around 60 Hertz. You enable the threshold, which is this, okay, 0 dB. And right now we see that it's way more punchy, but in a dynamic way. Let's bypass, see what it's doing. Yeah, it's very subtle, but you can hear it. If you pay attention, you can hear it. It's very subtle. It's gluing a little bit the low end, a bit more punch. I have a quick attack and a quick release because I want that snappiness. So watch it. Let's try here. Ooh. Let's do something extreme so we can hear it. Let's engage that. Let's find those resonances. Let's go to the third one. Those 3Ks. You see that if I surpass the threshold, the amount of threshold, it starts to choke. So you can have the opposite results. Right now it's working in a dynamic way and it's really, really cool. Let's bypass the whole plugin, see what we are doing. Well, we lost a little bit the low end. So that's why you should always bypass. And, you know, because you may screw it. Go back here. Dial back a little bit, the threshold was a bit too much. I like that, it's way more controlled. And you can always solo each band. For example, here is the low end. Your mids. Your mid highs and your highs, of course. So this is Nova. It's absolutely free for everyone. You can check it out. You can download it. I will make sure to have a link in the description so you can go get it. Okay, so for the compression side of things, I've got for you an amazing free compressor which is called LALA. Of course, it's a replica of the classic LA2A made from Universal Audio. There have been a lot of replicas for the LA2A, and this is actually pretty good. It sounds very, very nice. Classic stuff here, just again, your threshold here, your peak reduction, 2 modes, compression and limiting, and you can sidechain different bands here. So let's play it. Also, the cool thing is that you have an external sidechain as well, and I'm gonna show you a really, really cool trick, so pay attention. So here from your gain, if you exaggerate your gain, you're gonna get some nice tube saturation. You can hear it's just crackling and it's not doing anything, no compression at all, alright? It's just the circuit working hot, and you can get really nice results. You just have to have on the end of your chain some sort of a utility to take down the gain, because this plugin does not have an output gain. So let's hear the compressor. Really nice. It's doing its work very, very good. Guys, this is a free plugin, right? From Analog Obsession. LALA, so good. I use it all the time, despite that I have the LA2A, the original stuff from Universal Audio, but still, this is great. And let me show you what I meant before. So if you get a utility at the end of your chain, what you can do is you can go really, really hot, take down the gain from here, so compensate that power. And you got some nice saturation going on. It works great on drums. This for sure, and also on vocals and bass. Actually, in everything. It sounds great. So let me show you now a really cool trick. What you can do is that you can, as I said before, I have the kick and the rhythm group on a group of their own. All right. So I'm gonna do now is sidechain the kick back to itself, back to the compressor, so it takes the signal from the group back to itself. Okay, and now check this. We're gonna turn on the external sidechain. How dope this sounds. And from the internal sidechain, what I can do is I can tell the circuit to start working the sidechain from a specific frequency and above. So here in the high pass filter, I'll tell it to work to sidechain stuff from 400 Hz and above. As you can see, the compressor barely works, barely doing sidechain, so I should either be more dramatic in my threshold, or if I go down, you see that it's getting way more signal in the input, so that's why you have that pumping effect. But I don't want to mess with my lows, I don't want to mess with the kick, I want to leave the kick on its own. So I go about 300, 400 Hz, let's say 350, alright? And I'm gonna sidechain the rest of the drums. And you can go quite extreme, because if you go quite extreme, then you can do parallel compression. And that sounds dope now. So you got your kick on its own, you don't compress it, you don't sidechain it, alright? You sidechain everything else from 350 and above, and you keep the snappiness, but also the original sound from the original signal, because you have parallel compression, both good from both worlds, dry and wet, with a free plugin, LALA. How fucking dope this is, alright? This is our bypassed signal. Ooh. So good, so good. Okay, last for this episode, I've got a reverb for you. It's very classic. And of course, I'm talking about the Valhalla Supermassive.
Dancing all night long, my body under your control, lost in the rhythm, deep in the song, burning like fire, losing control. Dancing all night long, my body under your control, lost in the rhythm, deep in the song, burning.
How cool is that? This is the Valhalla Supermassive,
My body under you.
and I just love it. You know, you can do so much stuff with it. It has a tons of presets that you can work, from echoes to reverbs to all sorts of weird sound effects like this.
Dancing all night long, my body under your control, lost in the rhythm, deep in the song, burning like fire, losing control.
I love it because you get so much modulation in a free plugin, and that's amazing. You know, you can extend your whole FX palette with this, from weird sound effects to cool reverbs. I'm a big fan of Valhalla. I use the reverbs in almost all of my productions, but the Supermassive, it's fantastic when you want to go a bit more sound design, you know, and do with automation crazy stuff. So good, you know. Valhalla Supermassive, TDR EQ, LALA, the three plugins that I'm widely using in my productions, and I hope that you see the potential that they have if you spend a little bit of time with them. So yeah, let me in the comments what are your go-to EQs or compressors whatsoever. Let me know if you try those. What are the results? Are you happy with them? That was it for today. Till next time, be safe, be cool.